I'm waiting. You want to start by securing your line to what you're going to try. Yeah? So you can use whatever knot you feel comfortable with as far as securing your line. When you're inside of the holly, you're not supposed to see any knots. Outside, it's going to be hidden by the thatching. Yeah? But on the inside, it's supposed to look ornamental. So go around. Now you go over the uli. Right over there once. Okay. Of course, when you do this on a real holly, everything you pull tight. Yeah? Okay. You see, it's beginning to look kind of ornamental, kind of nice, yeah, from the inside. This is what you want to see. Yeah. And you want to make it about the same. Yeah. I got 3 here. Be nice to have 3 here. Yeah. Yeah. Looks good. Huh? Well. Remember you had the tail here. If you want to leave it long, you can finish off by tying the 2 together if you want to. Or you can secure by what I call the self-locking knot. Just by doing that. You know when you do this, it comes straight. Too hard. Leaning on the tree, put them in place. One with one. You secured your line, you're ready to go around the Hawaii. Yeah? Around the Hawaii. Over the what? What's this? Lohe Lau. Go back and forth. Back and forth. Now, start wrapping in these 2 together. Everybody can see that. Start going in here. You want to wrap these 2 together, kind of, okay? Go about 3 turns is about good enough. Everybody with me so far?
Aye.
Okay. Now, you can secure this with a half hitch if you want, okay? Half hitch means nothing more than that. And you only take half of it, not the whole. If you do the whole, the thing has a tendency to twist. Now, you go in this one. Everybody can see. Come. Yeah. You wrap around here a few times. Tight. In here. You just lock them in place. And you're done. Everybody got it?
No, how do you tie this?
No, you cut this off. Or you hide it somewhere in the back. If you got it short, if it's long, you want to say cut it off. Hide it back here with anything you got, you can tie it to this.
Okay.
Main thing, all the nuts are outside, yeah? So grab one and go for it. You got this one on top, this one on top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You up and under, you want to be uniform. So they look different. Yeah. All the framework is up. Now we're ready to do the purlins, or what we call the owls. Yeah? For a chief or a person with status, they did better work, if you will. And depending on what kind of thatching material you're going to put on the holly. If you look here, you got aho pu'eo, 2 aho. Aho is a smaller one. These are the floating purlins. And aho pu'eo again. I did this only for demonstration. If they use long material like pili grass, it don't get that long, but I got some broom grass over there, or love grass that's long. So you only need 2 in here. You don't need 3. And they can be like 6 inches apart. But traditionally, they did 3 of these. You start with the large end, the thicker end outside on the end of the holly. So, like you see, the thick end is on that side, yeah? So then you meet these 2, you marry these 2 together and you lash it together. Follow me? And you keep going. Yeah? But this aho is not going to be attached to the post now, okay? Only the aho pu'eo going to attach to the post. And tie it here and tie it here to the post. Then you go to the next one. Add on, one guy there, one guy here. You always need 2 guys. You need 2 guys to do this. It's hard just one guy. You always try to make the joint at the post.
And that's with only the aho pu'eo
or at that one.
Okay.
So if this one ended up here, you want to join here. Not in the middle someplace. There's 2 ways of lashing. What we call the U, or the X.
So we'll start with the U. Yeah. Go around the bottom. Come up. And just take your time and enjoy this. You know what I mean? You gotta have a smile on your face. So you know what we can do at this point? Is we can start our cinching. Okay, which looks like this. This is going to be the structural integrity of what you guys are doing. So don't be scared to give just a little tension. Okay? And again, you want to wrap pretty. So no crossing over. Okay? It's got to be right on top of the kind.
A word for what he's doing is called a throttle.
So I like to, you know, as long as you've got at least half a bend, you can hold all the tension of your throttle with your thumb like that. And then, you know, you can let go. So here comes the hitch. Slide them in and tension. Now when ending something like this, you cannot just use a half. You gotta use at least a full. At least. Okay? So, let's get that over there. Can you care for my X on that side, Uncle Nainoa, please? Because I cannot see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is another thing, right? We got teamwork happening here. And especially when you're talking to Keiki about this kind of activities, it's important to impart the kauna of what you're doing here, you know. In order to have a successful family, everybody has to work together, right? So you see how I'm holding the tension? That gives him an opportunity to work, right? Is now that you've taken the time and effort to make these lays so beautiful, instead of just doing your throttle and just going for it and pulling and everything kind of, you know, crosses over, I'll take the time to stick my thumb over here and roll it. Yeah. Take this bad boy right here and roll it. Over here, roll it. Keep the tension on. And once you do the first throttle like that, the rest of everything will fall into place.
Yeah. Anybody? Come on. One here. Tie only the main one for now, okay? The main one to the post.
Well, on a boat it makes a bit
With 2 fingers, okay? Yeah. But anyway,
That way this hand can work.